If you're over the age of 65, there are two small things you could start taking today that may quietly protect your brain, support your memory, and even help you live longer. Most people have heard about dozens of supplements for aging, but very few actually make a real difference where it matters most: your brain. What's surprising is that many older adults are unknowingly deficient in these two nutrients, and that deficiency can slowly affect memory, focus, mood, and even long-term brain health. The scary part is that the changes often happen gradually, so people assume it's just normal aging. But what if some of those changes are actually preventable? Think about this for a moment. Many people in their 60s and 70s start noticing small changes. Maybe names are harder to remember. Maybe you walk into a room and forget why you went there. Maybe concentration isn't what it used to be. Some people feel mentally slower or more fatigued during the day. These experiences are incredibly common, but they're not always inevitable. In many cases, the brain simply isn't getting the nutrients it needs to stay strong. Your brain is one of the most energy-demanding organs in your entire body. Even though it only makes up about 2% of your body weight, it uses around 20% of your body's energy. That means your brain needs a steady supply of the right nutrients to function properly. When those nutrients are missing, the brain has to work harder just to keep up. As we age, our bodies also become less efficient at absorbing certain vitamins and minerals. The stomach produces less acid, digestion changes, and sometimes medications interfere with nutrient absorption. This means that even if you eat a reasonably healthy diet, your body may still not be getting what it needs. That's one of the reasons supplements can become much more important after the age of 65. Today, we're going to talk about two supplements that researchers consistently link to better brain health, improved cognitive function, and healthy aging. These aren't trendy miracle pills. They're simple nutrients that your body already needs, but many people over 65 simply aren't getting enough of them. The first supplement is vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 plays a crucial role in keeping your brain and nervous system healthy. It helps produce red blood cells, supports nerve function, and plays an important role in memory and mental clarity. But here's the problem. Vitamin B12 deficiency becomes much more common as people age. After the age of 60, many people produce less stomach acid, and stomach acid is necessary to properly absorb vitamin B12 from food. Without enough acid, the body struggles to extract B12 from animal products like meat, eggs, and dairy. Even people who eat plenty of these foods can slowly become deficient. Certain medications can make this problem even worse. For example, medications for acid reflux, heartburn, and diabetes are known to interfere with vitamin B12 absorption. Over time, this can lead to very low levels of B12 without the person even realizing it. When vitamin B12 levels start to drop, the effects can show up in many ways. Some people experience fatigue that doesn't seem to go away. Others notice brain fog, forgetfulness, or trouble concentrating. Some develop numbness or tingling in their hands and feet because B12 is essential for maintaining healthy nerves. One of the most concerning issues is that long-term vitamin B12 deficiency has been associated with cognitive decline. Researchers have found that low B12 levels are linked to poorer memory performance and increased risk of certain neurological problems. In severe cases, deficiency can even lead to nerve damage that becomes difficult to reverse. This is why many doctors recommend that adults over 65 regularly check their vitamin B12 levels. In fact, some experts believe that mild B12 deficiency may be one of the most overlooked causes of memory issues in older adults. Vitamin B12 also plays an important role in controlling homocysteine, a substance in the blood that can become harmful when levels are too high. Elevated homocysteine has been associated with increased risk of heart disease and cognitive decline. B12 helps convert homocysteine into harmless compounds, protecting both the brain and the cardiovascular system. What makes vitamin B12 particularly interesting is how quickly some people notice improvements after correcting a deficiency. Individuals who were struggling with fatigue, low energy, or mental fog sometimes report clearer thinking and better energy once their B12 levels return to normal. Another reason vitamin B12 is so important for older adults is its role in maintaining the protective coating around nerves called myelin. This coating helps nerve signals travel quickly and efficiently. When B12 levels are low, that protective layer can become damaged, slowing communication between the brain and the rest of the body. Over time, this can affect balance, coordination, and mental sharpness. Maintaining healthy B12 levels helps keep these communication pathways functioning properly. There's also evidence suggesting that vitamin B12 works closely with other B vitamins, particularly folate and vitamin B6, to support brain function. Together, these nutrients help regulate chemical processes involved in memory, mood, and cognition. Another fascinating aspect of vitamin B12 is its role in energy production. Inside every cell in your body are tiny structures called mitochondria that generate energy. Vitamin B12 helps support the metabolic pathways that allow these energy systems to function efficiently. Without adequate B12, cells struggle to produce energy effectively, which may contribute to fatigue and mental sluggishness. Many people assume that feeling tired or mentally slower in their late 60s or 70s is simply a natural part of aging, but sometimes the body is simply missing a key nutrient. Now, let's talk about the second supplement that may be even more powerful when it comes to brain health and longevity. This is omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3 fatty acids are essential fats that your body cannot produce on its own. That means you must get them from food or supplements. The most important omega-3s for brain health are DHA and EPA, which are found primarily in fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. One of the reasons omega-3 fatty acids are so important is that your brain is actually made up of a large amount of fat, and DHA is one of the main structural components of brain cells. In fact, DHA helps form the membranes that surround every brain cell. These membranes play a critical role in how brain cells communicate with each other. Healthy membranes allow signals to travel quickly and efficiently between neurons. When DHA levels are low, those communication pathways may become less efficient. Researchers have found that individuals with higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids often perform better on memory and cognitive tests. Some studies also suggest that omega-3s may help slow age-related cognitive decline. Omega-3 fatty acids also have powerful anti-inflammatory effects. Chronic inflammation is believed to play a major role in many age-related diseases, including heart disease and certain neurological conditions. By helping to reduce inflammation, omega-3s may support overall brain health and longevity. Another interesting benefit of omega-3 fatty acids is their effect on blood flow. The brain requires a constant supply of oxygen and nutrients delivered through the bloodstream. Omega-3s help keep blood vessels flexible and support healthy circulation, ensuring that the brain receives the resources it needs. There's also growing evidence that omega-3 fatty acids may support mood and emotional well-being. Some research suggests they can influence neurotransmitters such as serotonin and dopamine, which play important roles in mood regulation. Many older adults experience subtle changes in mood as they age, including feelings of low motivation or reduced mental resilience. Ensuring adequate omega-3 intake may help support emotional balance and mental clarity. One of the most fascinating discoveries about omega-3 fatty acids is their potential role in protecting brain cells from damage. DHA appears to help maintain the integrity of neurons and may support processes involved in repairing and maintaining brain tissue. Some scientists even believe that omega-3 fatty acids may support neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to form new connections and adapt throughout life. This ability is essential for learning, memory, and maintaining cognitive flexibility as we age. Unfortunately, many people simply do not consume enough omega-3 fatty acids in their diet. Modern diets often contain high amounts of omega-6 fats from vegetable oils, but very little omega-3. This imbalance may contribute to inflammation and reduced brain support. For individuals who do not regularly eat fatty fish several times per week, omega-3 supplements can be a convenient way to ensure the body receives these essential fats. Another remarkable benefit of omega-3 fatty acids is their connection to heart health. Since the brain depends on a healthy cardiovascular system, protecting the heart indirectly protects the brain as well. Omega-3s are known to support healthy triglyceride levels, reduce inflammation in blood vessels, and promote overall cardiovascular function. When the heart and blood vessels are functioning well, the brain receives better blood flow, oxygen, and nutrients. It's also important to understand that brain health is not determined by a single factor. It's influenced by sleep quality, physical activity, diet, mental stimulation, social interaction, and many other lifestyle factors. But nutrients like vitamin B12 and omega-3 fatty acids provide some of the essential building blocks the brain needs to function at its best. Think of your brain like a high-performance engine. Even the most advanced engine cannot run smoothly without the right fuel and maintenance. These nutrients help provide the foundation that supports everything else you do for your health. Many people focus on supplements that promise quick results, but the real value often comes from supporting the body's natural systems over time. Consistency is key. Imagine giving your brain the nutrients it needs every single day for months and years. Those small daily choices can quietly influence how you think, remember, and feel as you continue to age. It's also worth noting that supplements work best when combined with healthy habits. Regular walking or light strength training improves blood flow to the brain. A diet rich in colorful fruits and vegetables provides antioxidants that protect brain cells. Staying socially active and mentally engaged stimulates neural connections that keep the brain sharp. When these lifestyle habits are combined with the right nutrients, the benefits can compound over time. Many people assume that cognitive decline is unavoidable, but the brain has a remarkable ability to adapt and respond to positive changes. Even later in life, providing the right support can help maintain mental clarity and resilience. Another important factor is prevention. By the time significant cognitive symptoms appear, changes in the brain may already be well underway. Supporting brain health early, even in your 60s, may help maintain function for decades. Some of the healthiest and longest living populations in the world naturally consume diets rich in omega-3 fatty acids and B vitamins. Their lifestyles often include regular movement, strong social connections, and nutrient-dense foods that support both brain and body. While supplements are not magic solutions, they can help fill important nutritional gaps that become more common with age. If you or someone you love is over the age of 65, paying attention to nutrients like vitamin B12 and omega-3 fatty acids may be one of the simplest ways to support long-term brain health. Small daily habits often shape our future more than dramatic short-term changes. A simple capsule or two taken consistently can quietly provide support that the brain may rely on for years. And perhaps the most encouraging part is that it's never too late to begin supporting your brain. The human body is incredibly resilient, and positive changes can start influencing your health sooner than many people expect. Your brain has carried you through decades of memories, experiences, learning, and relationships. Supporting it with the nutrients it needs is one of the most valuable investments you can make in your future health and independence. When most people think about keeping their brain healthy as they get older, they usually focus on memory exercises, puzzles, or maybe certain vitamins that claim to support cognitive function. While those things can certainly help, there is one factor that often goes completely unnoticed, even though it may be one of the most powerful influences on brain health after the age of 65. That factor is circulation, specifically circulation to the brain. The truth is that your brain depends on a constant, steady supply of oxygen and nutrients delivered through your bloodstream. Without strong and efficient circulation, even the healthiest brain cells cannot function the way they are supposed to. Your brain is incredibly demanding when it comes to energy and oxygen. Even though it represents only a small portion of your total body weight, it consumes a large share of your body's oxygen and energy supply. Every thought you have, every memory you recall, every decision you make relies on millions of brain cells communicating with each other. That communication requires fuel, and that fuel arrives through the blood flowing through tiny vessels that spread throughout the brain. When circulation slows down or becomes less efficient, the brain may begin to struggle quietly behind the scenes. This is one of the reasons why some people begin noticing subtle mental changes as they age. They might feel mentally slower. They might experience moments where words feel harder to find. They might walk into a room and forget what they intended to do. In many cases, these small lapses are simply dismissed as normal aging. But sometimes the real issue is that the brain is not receiving the same level of blood flow and oxygen it once did. Healthy circulation ensures that brain cells receive glucose, oxygen, vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients that allow them to produce energy. Brain cells are constantly working, even when you are resting. They maintain electrical signals, repair small amounts of damage, and communicate with neighboring cells. When blood flow is strong and consistent, these processes happen smoothly. But when circulation declines, brain cells must operate under less ideal conditions. Another important aspect of circulation is the removal of waste products from the brain. Every time brain cells produce energy, they also create small amounts of metabolic waste. Normally, blood flow helps carry those waste products away so they can be processed and removed by the body. But when circulation is reduced, those waste compounds may accumulate more easily, which can create additional stress on brain cells. One reason circulation becomes more important with age is that blood vessels naturally change over time. Arteries can become less flexible, and the inner lining of blood vessels may gradually become thicker. These changes can reduce the efficiency of blood flow throughout the body, including the brain. Even small reductions in circulation can have noticeable effects because the brain relies so heavily on consistent oxygen and nutrient delivery. Lifestyle habits also play a major role in circulation. Long periods of sitting, lack of physical activity, and poor dietary choices can all contribute to weaker blood flow over time. Many older adults become less active as the years pass, which can further slow circulation and reduce the delivery of oxygen to the brain. But the encouraging news is that circulation is one of the most adaptable systems in the human body. Small changes in daily habits can begin improving blood flow relatively quickly. Even gentle movement such as walking or light stretching encourages the heart to pump more effectively and helps push oxygen-rich blood throughout the body. The brain is particularly sensitive to changes in circulation because it lacks large energy reserves. Unlike muscles, which can store some energy for later use, the brain relies on a continuous supply of fuel. If blood flow is interrupted even briefly, brain cells may struggle to maintain their normal function. This is why maintaining strong cardiovascular health becomes closely connected to preserving cognitive function. The heart, blood vessels, and brain form a partnership. When the heart pumps efficiently and the arteries remain flexible, the brain receives a steady stream of the oxygen and nutrients it needs to perform complex tasks. Researchers have observed that individuals with better cardiovascular fitness often demonstrate stronger cognitive performance later in life. This connection highlights how closely the brain and circulatory system work together. Activities that support heart health frequently support brain health as well. Circulation also affects the delicate network of capillaries inside the brain. These microscopic blood vessels are responsible for delivering nutrients directly to brain cells. They are incredibly small but incredibly important. When circulation is strong, these tiny vessels can efficiently deliver oxygen and nutrients to every corner of the brain. However, when circulation weakens, these capillaries may deliver less oxygen, which can influence the energy levels of nearby neurons. Over time, this reduced energy availability can contribute to slower mental processing and reduced mental endurance. Another interesting aspect of brain circulation is how it supports neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity refers to the brain's ability to form new connections between neurons. This process allows the brain to learn new skills, adapt to changes, and recover from certain types of damage. Adequate blood flow provides the energy and resources required for these new neural connections to develop. As people age, maintaining neuroplasticity becomes extremely valuable. It allows the brain to remain flexible and responsive rather than rigid and resistant to change. Good circulation helps support the biological processes that allow this adaptability to continue later in life. The quality of blood flowing to the brain also matters. Blood carries oxygen, but it also carries nutrients like glucose, amino acids, vitamins, and minerals that brain cells need to function properly. These nutrients participate in chemical reactions that produce neurotransmitters, the molecules responsible for communication between neurons. Neurotransmitters play key roles in memory, focus, mood, and motivation. When circulation is strong, the brain receives the ingredients needed to produce these chemical messengers efficiently. When circulation is compromised, the delivery of these nutrients may become less reliable. Many people are surprised to learn how strongly circulation influences mood and emotional balance. The brain regions responsible for regulating emotions rely on consistent oxygen and nutrient delivery. Reduced blood flow may influence how these areas function, potentially contributing to feelings of fatigue, irritability, or reduced motivation. One of the fascinating features of the circulatory system is its ability to respond to increased demand. When you engage in mental activities like learning, reading, or problem solving, certain parts of the brain become more active. The body responds by directing more blood to those active regions, supplying additional oxygen and nutrients to support the work being done. This dynamic system allows the brain to perform complex tasks efficiently. But if circulation is compromised, the brain may not receive the same level of support during periods of increased activity. Another important element of circulation involves the health of the endothelium, which is the thin layer of cells lining the inside of blood vessels. These cells help regulate how blood vessels expand and contract. Healthy endothelial function allows arteries to widen when more blood flow is needed, ensuring that tissues receive adequate oxygen. Over time, certain factors can reduce endothelial function, making it harder for blood vessels to expand efficiently. This can gradually influence circulation throughout the body, including in the brain. Nutrients, physical activity, and healthy lifestyle habits all play roles in supporting endothelial health. When the endothelium functions properly, circulation tends to remain smoother and more responsive to the body's needs. Hydration is another often overlooked component of circulation. Blood is largely composed of water, and adequate hydration helps maintain proper blood volume and flow. When the body becomes dehydrated, blood can become slightly thicker, which may reduce circulation efficiency. Many older adults unintentionally drink less water throughout the day. Maintaining proper hydration can quietly support circulation and ensure that oxygen and nutrients continue moving effectively through the bloodstream. Sleep also plays an important role in supporting brain circulation. During sleep, the brain undergoes processes that help clear metabolic waste and restore normal chemical balance. Good circulation supports these nighttime processes by delivering oxygen and helping remove byproducts produced during waking hours. Inadequate sleep may disrupt these processes, potentially affecting how efficiently the brain clears waste and maintains optimal function. Another fascinating connection between circulation and brain health involves physical movement. Even moderate activity encourages the heart to pump more efficiently and improves the flexibility of blood vessels. This increased circulation helps deliver oxygen and nutrients not only to muscles but also to the brain. Some studies suggest that regular physical activity may help stimulate the growth of new blood vessels in certain brain regions. This process, known as angiogenesis, may improve the brain's ability to maintain strong circulation even as we age. Mental engagement also appears to influence circulation patterns in the brain. Activities that challenge the brain may stimulate localized increases in blood flow, helping deliver resources to areas responsible for memory, reasoning, and learning. Social interaction may have similar benefits. Conversations, laughter, and emotional engagement activate multiple regions of the brain simultaneously. These activities encourage dynamic circulation patterns that support healthy brain function. Stress management can also influence circulation. Chronic stress triggers the release of hormones that can constrict blood vessels and elevate blood pressure. Over time, this may place additional strain on the circulatory system. Learning techniques that promote relaxation can help balance these stress responses and support smoother blood flow. Calm breathing, gentle movement, and moments of quiet reflection may all contribute to maintaining healthy circulation. Diet also plays a crucial role. Foods rich in antioxidants, healthy fats, and essential nutrients support blood vessel health and circulation. Certain nutrients help maintain the elasticity of arteries, while others protect the delicate lining of blood vessels from oxidative stress. Healthy fats, particularly those found in certain fish and plant sources, are known to support the flexibility of blood vessels. Flexible arteries allow blood to flow more easily, ensuring that oxygen and nutrients reach the brain efficiently. Fruits and vegetables provide compounds that help protect blood vessels from damage. These compounds support the structural integrity of arteries and help maintain healthy circulation throughout the body. Even small improvements in circulation can have noticeable effects on how people feel mentally and physically. Some individuals report clearer thinking, improved focus, or better energy levels after adopting habits that support circulation. The relationship between circulation and longevity is also fascinating. Populations known for exceptional longevity often maintain lifestyles that naturally support cardiovascular health. Regular movement, nutrient-rich diets, and strong social connections contribute to healthy blood flow and overall vitality. These habits do not just benefit the heart, they support the brain as well. When circulation remains strong, the brain continues receiving the oxygen and nutrients it needs to function effectively for many years. Maintaining circulation is not about dramatic changes. It is about consistent daily habits that support the body's natural systems. Gentle activity, balanced nutrition, adequate hydration, quality sleep, and stress management all contribute to maintaining efficient blood flow. Each of these elements works together to create an environment where the brain can thrive. Strong circulation ensures that neurons receive energy, nutrients, and oxygen while also allowing waste products to be removed efficiently. For many people, supporting brain circulation becomes one of the most powerful yet overlooked strategies for preserving mental sharpness as the years pass. The brain thrives when its circulatory support system remains strong and responsive, allowing every cell to receive the resources it needs to continue performing the remarkable tasks that define human thought, memory, and awareness.